This is the landlord's ordeal. When they could not evict the tenant, they stayed on the street. Yaşar Alper, a 53-year-old father of three, who bought a flat in Antalya's Kepez district 16 years ago through a cooperative, stayed on the street with his wife. When he couldn't get the tenant out of the house he wanted to move to after his retirement, Alper, who has been living in the van for days with his wife, said that the real estate agent also kept him busy, saying, "It is very difficult to stay on the street. We were dreaming of retirement. We were shocked. We are sitting at home and waiting on the street when I should be at the beach." Yaşar Alper, a 53-year-old father of three children, who came to Antalya from Istanbul after his retirement, stayed on the street when he could not evict the tenant in his house, which he rented through a real estate agent. The couple, Yaşar and Yasemin Alper, struggling to survive in a pickup truck in a hot temperature of 45 degrees, dreams of being able to move into the house they bought with their 30 years of experience. They continuously stayed. Yaşar Alper, who worked in the fire department in Istanbul, retired last July. In addition to raising his three children in his 30-year career as a civil servant, he bought an apartment in Kepez, Antalya, 16 years ago, through a cooperative, to use in his retirement. Yaşar Alper rented this flat through a real estate agent during this process so that it would not be idle upon his retirement. Alper informed his real estate agent that he would move into his house. Despite this, Alper lingered, saying schools will be closed. Eid al-Adha will pass. We will vacate the house. They keep life in the truck. Alper, who came to Antalya with his pickup truck in July to collect his belongings, could not evict the tenant in his house despite all his efforts. Alper, who placed his belongings in the basement of the apartment in the Idukmuk Mahallesi of Kepez district, began to live in the van itself. The Alper couple, who hang banners with the words "We have a house, we stayed on the street. Where are you? Real estate agent, we are on the street." We are victims of real estate agents trying to hold on to life in the van box in the hot weather of 45 degrees. The couple sleeps in the truck bed at night and spends their time in the shade of the tarpaulin they hang on the back of the truck during the day. The sad family, who said, "This was not our retirement dream," is waiting for the tenant to come to mercy under the heat while they have to air-condition houses. He took it by increasing it from his teeth and nails, stating that he retired from the Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality Fire Brigade Department on March 15th. Yaşar Alper stated that he came to Antalya to live in his house, where he received installments 16 years ago, expressing that he is planning to spend his retirement in Antalya. Alper, father of three, said, "I had several tenants during my employment and they left for various reasons 2.5 years ago. When the house was vacant, I gave it to a real estate agent to be rented out. The realtor gave it to another real estate agent to live in. The real estate agent said, 'A reliable person will move when you retire.' When my retirement was finalized last February, they kept us busy saying, 'We will leave as long as you are retired. We will find a house in 24 hours. We will leave on March 15th when I retired.' I told them again to vacate my house. This time, we can't go out. Our child," they said, "he will go to school. Despite this, they are refusing to come out," he said. "We dream of pension." We was shocked, stating that the people did not leave their house and told me to take them to the court. Alper said, "They said they would sit during the court process. We put my belongings in the basement of the apartment. We stayed on the street ourselves. We beg you. It will take a long time. We pay little rent here. We sit during the court process. We don't go out. They resist. We tell the realtor, 'Where is the decent guy you vouch for?' The room threw us off. We have been on the streets for 20 days. Antalya is very hot and we are staying in the van. It is very difficult to stay on the street. We were dreaming of retirement. We were shocked, sitting at home, waiting on the street when I should be on the beach. We are in disgrace on the street when I need to get rid of the tiredness of 30 years. I invite the tenants to mercy, as long as you give back our house. Let's spend the rest of our lives here, he said.